Hey now, what's up, y'all? Hey, look, election season is coming, and you hearing all type of stuff like about the black vote, who black Americans are supporting, who the black community are supporting, and all that. And in reality, man, like no matter what the media say, man, black America ain't really rocking with Democrats no more, man. You know what I'm saying? We grew up blindly following Democrats because it was just taught to us at a young age that they was for us and the Republicans are against us. And even without understanding politics, without knowing policies, we just blindly vote Democrat. And now, you know what I'm saying? Like people are, like we following we following it closer than we was before. We we're learning the policy. We're paying attention to what's being said. We're watching what's being done. Now, they can act like Kamala got the black support and all that, but in all reality, man, the people that support Democrats are older people, like people that's stuck in their ways, people that's like in their 50s and 60s and 70s, that they just gonna vote Democrat no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the immigrants, because that's just what they do. It's like they're trying to get rid of the black Americans that's actually from this land. They want everybody that's in America to be from somewhere else. They don't want you to have hundreds of years and potentially thousands of years of history. Look how they do the Indians. The Indians have no voice. You know, before Mexico sold the parts of the United States that was Mexican, you know, they sold that land. So before they sold that land, you know, it's Mexicans that's in that land. And once that land became American, I'm pretty sure it was Mexicans still on that land. They don't have a voice. They been here. You know what I'm saying? You got black people that's been in this country for hundreds of years. You know, and the black Americans, we do have a voice. We are the trendsetters. The whole world watches, the whole world emulators, but they're trying to drown us out. And everything we do, they're trying to tie it on to some immigrant shit. And understand, like, we not going for that. And the other people, it's three type of people that vote Democrat, man. It's the old black people that's stuck in their ways when it comes to the black community. Old black people that stuck in their ways, immigrants, and the LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? And the Democrats, they focus on making sure LGBTQ is straight. You know what I'm saying? And immigrants are straight. And hey, that's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of people not supporting Democrats because, hey, you flooding the country with 100,000 immigrants every year, or whatever the number is. That might be hyperbole, but however the number is, you flooding the country with all these immigrants every year. That's not helping us, man. Every time an illegal immigrant is doing a job, that's a job that can be done by an American citizen. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no sympathy for none of them people, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of them come here, they struggling, they just looking for a way out because they don't got no fight in them, so they can't make it in their own country. Some of them come because they know, hey, we made it sweet over here to a certain extent, so they coming over here trying to live off of us, live off of our backs, off the shit that we done. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get government grants and all that. And you got other motherfuckers that come over here, they be gang affiliated. You know what I'm saying? You hear about Latinos on mopeds all up and down the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? New York robbing motherfuckers, shooting people, getting, you know, sexually assaulting women. You know what I'm saying? And we allowing this shit in our country, and they want you to believe, like, if you don't agree with that, then you're a racist or you some type of bigot or hater. Like, what type of shit is that? It makes no sense. Every country secure their borders, man. Let the real Americans stand for America and stop letting immigrants run our country. Why do y'all vote for immigrants, dog? Like, come on, man. Like, why y'all vote for immigrants, man? Like, yeah, we understood, man, Barack Obama, man, he had the little pimp in his walk, you know what I'm saying? He had kind of a black American swag, but you ain't never met a black American named Barack or Obama. Like, where this dude come from, dog? You know what I'm saying? His mother was a white woman. His father was an African. Barack Obama ain't us. That's why he wasn't really doing shit for us. Come on, dog. Kamala Harris, y'all keep letting her fake like she black, dog. I'm taking offense to that shit. Like when you see her and she be in stores taking pictures with collard greens, like, come on, man, if you black, what black person take a picture in a grocery store holding some collard greens and shit? Who does that, dog? You know what I'm saying? We eat greens. We know we eat greens. We don't gotta take pictures holding some fresh collard greens like, hey, look at me, I'm black, y'all. And all that black girl, whatever they call it, black girl swag, whatever they call it, man. Like, she's not black, dog. She is cosplaying as a black woman. You know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't election season, she'd be letting you know she's an Indian. You know, Kamala Harris' mother is an Indian. Her father was born in Jamaica, but he also looked like an Indian. And they say like one of his parents was Irish or something like that, or got some Irish in him or something. So he's also not American. She's not us. She's not a black American, dog. I mean, I guess they moved to, I don't know if they moved to this country and gave birth to her, or if they moved her into this country when she was small. But however it is, she didn't come from the descendants of slaves. Understand the people that they put in power, that they call black. They're not like you. They're not like us. They don't come from the descendants of slaves. They are ashamed of the history of slavery. And instead of making amends by paying us reparations and making amends for slavery, they just rather not talk about it, act like it don't exist, and just bring all black people from other countries over here to try to drown us out. You know what I'm saying? And they doing that shit. Look at Busta Rhymes making comments talking about hip hop is 90% Jamaican and Cool Herc. They was rapping and toasting and Jamaican over reggae beats, and Cool Herc brought the rapping and toasting to America. Like, shut the nigga, you lying, dog. You lying. Because the toast pie, and I'm gonna make a video of this because I watched this shit. Like, you know how they say the speakers, the turntables, and all that shit came from Jamaica. Hey, look, Cool Herc ain't bring none of that shit to America. Any speakers Cool Herc was using, any turntables, he was buying that shit in America once he got older. You know what I'm saying? He came to America as a child. I think he was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? But just real quick in that situation, like, the pioneers, like when Jamaica was going through the speakers stage, when they was like having them battles, like back in the day, if you do your research and you hear about, you know what I'm saying, they was battling with the speakers and all that. Like, one of the pioneers, I forgot his name, he said out his mouth, and all them old people, if you watch them old interviews from the 70s and 80s, and them people that was alive and doing shit in the 60s, they tell you that their influence came from America. You know what I'm saying? Like with the speakers and shit, they was trying to imitate the speaker bosses in America. They say they music, they was listening to R&B singers and shit and trying to emulate that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. They say toasting came from, he said that he started toasting. He got that shit from American DJs, man. Them American DJs used to be talking all that slick talk on the DJ radio shows, how they used to do it back in the days, and that's where toasting came from. They heard this shit and they emulated this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not vice versa. It's not we got it from them. We don't copy shit from nobody. We are the pioneers of everything, shawty. We are the culture. Motherfuckers come over here and move into our neighborhoods and intermingle with us and do what we do. We don't go to y'all neighborhoods or go to y'all country and try to emulate y'all. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You would have a Caribbean that's living in America and you wouldn't even know they Caribbean. They change their accent. They talk like you, look like you, and then when they go in the house, their whole accent is different when they talking to their parents. You know what I'm saying? We don't do shit like that. If we move to another country, we still gonna talk the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like they trying to drown us out. And, you know, y'all putting all this support behind Kamala when she already said that she ain't doing nothing specifically for black people. She said, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna do something specifically for black people. You know, if something is done good for black people, if something benefit black people, it benefit everybody. Okay, cool. Well, give us our reparations. She said out her mouth, what benefits black people benefits everybody. So why wouldn't you give us reparations if it's going to benefit everybody? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure the economy is going to boom. Because we're going to be buying shit. We're going to be spending that bread buying houses, condos, cars, clothes, jewelry, good food, eating good, vacationing good. Like, we're going to be spending that bread. The economy going to boom. And she said what benefits black people benefits everybody. So why you ain't doing shit that benefit us? You know what I'm saying? To get something, to get a benefit as a black person, you have to be from another country or you have to be LGBTQ. And that's just what it is. And another reason why, you know, the black community ain't really supporting that agenda is because we don't want to live in a make-believe land, man. How y'all supporting a party that's telling you to your face that a man could be a woman and trans men are really men, trans women are really women? Like, they lying to you in your face, and you, I mean, come on, dog. That's like a motherfucker walking up to you, look you dead in your eyes, spit on you, and tell you, oh no, I ain't spit on you. It was some rain. It was a raindrop that came down. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit just don't make sense. That's why we not supporting the lies, dog. Men cannot have babies, dog. Like, stop lying. A man can't have a baby. A trans man isn't a man, dog. That's somebody that's cosplaying. Like, Kamala is cosplaying as a black American when she's really Indian. You know what I'm saying? A trans woman is a man cosplaying as a woman. That man didn't grow no titties naturally. You had to take pills or get surgeries. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. Women, they getting their titties cut off. Like, that's not natural. It's not real. And then if you say it's not real, then they look at you like you a hater. Like, y'all want to vote for that? That's the type of world y'all want to live in? Where your whole party don't know the difference between men and women? And another thing with the trans shit, right? I know y'all see when men, you know, transition into women, how they would compete in women's sports. Like, they would run track against naturally born women. They would participate in mixed martial art competitions with naturally born women. They would fight naturally born women and be crushing y'all. You know, they'll race against y'all. They'll do everything. Why don't you see women that transition into men competing? Like, why they not in the NBA? Why they don't run track against naturally born men? You know what I'm saying? If you really can turn yourself into a man, why you don't turn yourself into a man and do what men do? You know what I'm saying? When you become a trans man, you can't step in the ring and box men. You're gonna get punished. You know? I'm pretty sure it's people that's tried, but you ain't gonna succeed. You ain't gonna be a trans man and go into the UFC against naturally born men. They gonna crush you. You ain't gonna be a trans man and then try to race against the men in the Olympics, the naturally born men. They gonna dog you. You're not gonna be a trans man and try to make it into the NBA. You're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know right there. But because men are naturally stronger and faster than women. So when men transition into women, they're still men. So when they compete against women, it's like a man competing against a woman. That's why they excel. And that's why when the women transition into men, they are still women. That's why they can't compete with the men. They won't excel, dog. Like, come on, man. Let's stop living in make-believe land, dog. Let's stop living in make-believe land. And I'm going to pull the video and I'm going to show y'all the original, what they call it? Toasting. I'm gonna show you the original, the pioneer of toast. He's dead now. I think his name was Dodd or Dowd or some shit like that. He's dead now. He's deceased. The pioneer of the speaker movement, whatever they was calling that shit when they was battling and up. The pioneers, man. The old people that was doing it back then, the creators. I'm gonna show you a video where they tell you that they got their shit from America, man. That they got their shit. Even Kool Herc in the beginning, like Bambaataa, in the beginning, they would tell you that hip-hop influence came from James Brown and all that American black music, man. And then they try to throw the, oh yeah, the toasting and get the fuck out of here. Toasting, y'all got that shit from us, man. Y'all got that shit from us. We wasn't watching nothing Caribbeans was doing and learning nothing. And another thing, when the Caribbeans came to America and blended in with the black Americans, y'all got into our culture, but y'all didn't bring nothing to our culture, dog. Y'all talk like us, dress like us. We didn't start dressing like y'all. Y'all didn't add no type of style into what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, when did Jamaicans start doing dreads, man? When did y'all start doing dreads? You know, even though dreads originally is from Africa, you know, I think it was Ethiopian, you know what I'm saying? Rasta come out of Ethiopia. But if y'all was so, like, influential, why in the 60s and 70s at the beginning of hip-hop, the black Americans wasn't wearing dreads? Why we wasn't dressing like y'all and looking like y'all? Why we wasn't talking in Jamaican patois? Just like with the Puerto Ricans. If Puerto Rico influenced hip-hop 50-50, why the fuck I don't know no Spanish words, man? Why we ain't using Spanish slang, and why we not dressing like y'all and looking like y'all and shit? Why y'all not hip-hop in y'all country if y'all help create the shit? Y'all not hip-hop in y'all country? If you never came to America, dog, and your parents never came to America, and you are poor, and you Jamaican, and you went outside and you came in a house looking like a rapper, they not gonna say, oh yeah, that's just Jamaican culture, that's our culture. They gonna differentiate and know that you're dressing like a black American. They probably call you out your name. They probably call you whatever derogatory term that they got for black Americans. Yankee boy. Oh, you dressing like a Yankee boy. That's what they gonna know the difference, dog. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all trying to claim my shit, man? Americans, why do y'all put immigrants into power in y'all country? I just want to know, are there Americans in political office in Jamaica? Are there Americans in political office in India? Are there Americans in political office in Mexico? Are there Americans in political office in any country in Africa? Is it? Like, why y'all vote for immigrants to be our leaders, man? Make it make sense. All right, y'all.